What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talks Patriots podcast. Man, I hope y'all doing great out there today, man. As I always say, man, I'm doing great. Watching some NBA basketball and wanting to get up here for a little bit and talk tonight and break down this Patriots and Steelers matchup on Sunday, man. What not on tomorrow. Ooh, what boy am I on? Tomorrow night on Amazon Prime, Thursday night football. The New England Patriots will travel to Pittsburgh. They're probably already there to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see who'll be hosting the Patriots tomorrow in a big game for the Steelers. I think it's a big game for the Patriots in terms of draft positioning. They need to lose this game. They need to lose the rest of these games. But on the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off an embarrassing loss to the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're 7-5 now, 7-6. The Patriots are of course 2-10, as you all should know. But a big game for the Steelers because they're in the division right now. I wouldn't say winnable. I think Baltimore should take the division, but right now Baltimore is top of the division. They're coming off a bye week. Pittsburgh does have the head-to-head on Baltimore right now. They've already beaten them. The Browns got quarterback problems, and they split with Cleveland and whatnot. Cincinnati just beat Cincy a couple weeks ago, and they play the Bengals again in Pittsburgh. So the Steelers a big-time matchup for the Steelers. The Patriots, as you should know, they're out of the playoffs. They're not making playoffs, not even win division this year. So that's not even nothing to talk about on the side of the Patriots. But for the Steelers, it's a big game for them. Coming off an embarrassing loss. Arizona, Kyler Murray diced them up for the most part. James Conner had over 100 yards against them last Sunday. I was rooting for Cardinals to win because you all know if the Cardinals would have won that game, that would have moved the Patriots up from 3 to 2 in draft position. So I think for a Mike Tomlin team to come out and play, then they had a couple delays in that game. I think Pittsburgh will come out with a different mentality this week against the Patriots tomorrow night. I think you'll get a better effort from the Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow night. I really believe that. I don't think they'll be as flat or play as bad as they did. Starting quarterback for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett did get hurt. He's not playing this game. I think they say he was in a walking boot after the game, high ankle sprain, so he's having surgery, tight rope surgery, so he's gonna be out for a while, for a few weeks. So Mitchell Trubisky is their starting quarterback. This Pittsburgh Steelers team, man, they got some guys. They do have some guys on the offensive side of the ball and on defense. Offense, and you got Deontay Johnson you got to worry about. I think he's a good wide receiver, George Pickens. Y'all know how I should feel about Pickens. We picked Tyquan Thornton over him. They got Pickens. They got Deontay Johnson. They got Pat Freeman at tight end. Najee Harris at running back. Don't know if Najee's gonna play. This we heard he's on the injury report as a with a knee injury. But they still got a backup in Jalen Warren. He runs hard. He's explosive too, man. Every time you put in a Pittsburgh game, man, on every run the ball, he's always breaking a big game. So I think they're definitely gonna try to force feed those two running backs. I don't expect Mitchell Trubisky to do much in this game, if anything. Just move the chains, try to. Pittsburgh don't score a lot of points. They did fire the offensive coordinator a couple weeks ago, Matt Canada. I guess you can say you can see I've seen a little improvement from their team. They're still mostly like they want to push the ball down the field a little bit, but with Matt Canada, they really wasn't doing that with Pickett. So they have opened up a little bit, but it's pretty much still the same that Pittsburgh has going on right now with the team. Pat Freeman came back from injury a couple weeks ago. He made a couple plays. He's made a few plays since he's been back. I feel like George Pickens always making a big play. He's a highlight guy. He always makes that one big time catch every game. So probably do it tomorrow night. Other than that, I mean, on the defensive side of Pittsburgh offensive line, it's solid. I won't say it's the best, but it's okay. On the defense side of the ball, they do have Mitchell Trubisky, Alex Highsmith, Cameron Hayward still playing the high level. Atlanta Roberts, former Patriot, he's out with a groin injury. He won't be playing tomorrow. They got Minka Fitzpatrick. It's like he broke his hand or something last week, but he has a cast. He will be playing. Joey Porter, outstanding rookie. I like him out of Penn State. Actually want a Patriot to draft him. He's on one side of the coin. They got Patrick Peterson. So other than that, like I said, I think they play a lot of Tampa too, a lot of man. They don't blitz a lot because they don't have to. They got two great pass rushers in Alex Highsmith and Alex Highsmith and T.J. Watt. They can get after the quarterback. They don't have to blitz. So our offensive line is going to really have to be on it tomorrow night. We're going to really have to give Bailey Zappi some time so he can push the ball down the field if you want to have a chance in this game to win it, because it can get ugly quick. Pittsburgh can get after the quarterback. They can. What's going on with you, Jamari? How you feel about the game tomorrow night, man? I know you want us to lose, but how you feel about it? What's going on with you? Yeah, man. Pittsburgh. Good defense, just like the old Steelers, they've always had good defense. They got stars on the offensive side of the ball. Right now, Jamal, just breaking down the Steelers Patriots matchup real quick. They've always had a good defense and whatnot. Especially their special teams is okay too. I love Mike Tomlin as a coach. Well respect. I got a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin. I would love if I could still play. I would play for Mike Tomlin, man. He's a pretty good coach. I like Tomlin. But it seemed like the Steelers, it doesn't look good for them. It looked good on paper. When they play, it doesn't look good. But they just be finding ways to win games, man, pull these things out. But the thing we play, tomorrow I said, forget the page. I haven't been keeping up with them. Probably, most likely. I'm hoping we lose, man. Get that draft pick, man. We need to keep on losing. We got this game, then we got Kansas City, Denver, Buffalo, the Jets. Lose out, lose out the rest of the year. Excuse me, lose out. And how you forget we play tomorrow night? It's gonna be a bad game. And Mitchell Trubisky versus Bailey Zappi. I don't think a lot of people gonna sign up for that. I don't want to watch it, but I have to watch it because I'm covering the team, so I gotta watch it, man. Gots to. Yeah. Um, I think remember last year we played them week two. We was coming off the loss to Miami. We was in Pittsburgh. We played them in Pittsburgh and played. It was that was the net. We scored like one touchdown in that game. That's Aguilar with that. He had the helmet catch. I forgot who was that corner. Matt Jones threw it. Matt did throw a pick in that game. We ran the ball pretty good in that game. And we won that game like a 13-6, something like 13-9. It was a close game. I remember that game from last year. I don't remember the score. But yeah, we won that game. God, that would have won last year. That's a tough place to play too. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game too. I just forgot we have a game Thursday. Yeah. Hey man, it's easy to forget when your team is awful, man. When they've been stinking up the joint. It's easy to forget. But yeah, we won last year. I think Mr. Trubisky did throw a pick. He threw an interception to Jalen Mills. I think Matt Wilson with the pass deflection. We beat them. It was an ugly game. I think we're in store for that again tomorrow night. It's gonna be an ugly game. I think Pittsburgh will win it. I'm gonna get my final prediction here shortly. I think Pittsburgh will win it. Yeah, that's Aguilar clutched that game for us last year. Yeah, that was a big catch for him. The only thing he did all year. After that, he went back. He reverted back to Nelson Aguilar. But I think with Bailey Zappi, like I like what I seen for him last week against the Chargers. Unlike Matt, he can get out the pocket, he can move a little bit. But I think the bar so low is that that's just enough. He didn't turn the ball over. He was 13 for 25, 140 something yards. So he completed 50% of the pass. But I mean, it wasn't nothing, no wow moment. Nothing was downfield. Now you got to have the weapons to throw the ball down the field. But really didn't do much outside of that. And we kind of like we're calling like a high school offense. It's bubble screen, flats, run, yeah, another screen, then a quick pad, quick slant. Like it's simple. It's real simple. That catch from Nelson was one of his best catches that season. Yeah, it was. But let's look at the Patriots offense. Like it's quick game. It's quick game, bubble screens, quick slant. Then you got throw out the flat. Like there's no play action. There's nothing deep down the field. There's no nobody getting schemed open. Like if we need to open up a little bit. We don't got nothing to lose. We might as well open up with Bailey Zappi. Just open up a little bit and see what he can do. I mean, I looked at the injury report. Monte Stevenson, he's out. DeMar Douglas out. Kayshawn Booty's out. I think Trent Brown, he's questionable with an injury, with a hand, and he's always dealing with something. Um, Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker, they were on the injury report, but I think they're gonna play. Jamar says the high school offense is more interesting. What? I'm not gonna lie, man. I agree with you, man. I couldn't agree with you no more. I really couldn't, man. It's a mess watching this offense, man. It's a freaking it's a mess. It's been that bad. We just run the same week plays over and over. Yep. Like I said, quick bubble screen, quick slant. Then it's maybe a play action. It's out in the flats, run the ball. Like there's no creativity. No creativity with this team, man. Also, if y'all just checking in on Twitter, wherever, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you like the video. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App is down there if you like to support the show. You just run the same weak plays over and over, man. And then think about it, like with Pittsburgh, they defense is pretty damn good. So we couldn't even score a touchdown on the Chargers. What do you think we're gonna do against the Steelers? It's gonna be even worse. I think Pittsburgh gonna win it. They're gonna get it probably a defensive score, and I'm about to get my score prediction in a little bit. Pittsburgh will win it, but this gonna be an ugly game. Like not gonna be a lot of score. I think the over. I only think team. Let me see. I only think they'll score a total of probably. I only think it'll be a total of 30 points, man. Probably not even 25 points from a total standpoint. I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near that. I can see like a 13-10, 13-7 game, 13-6, maybe something like that. I'm gonna get my final score. I'm gonna say 16. Let me see. 16-10 Steelers, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna say 16 to 10 Steelers. Coaches ain't gonna be able to do much. I do think they'll score a touchdown tomorrow, but they'll put some points on the board. But I'm gonna say 16-10 Steelers. Yeah, Kenny Pickett is out. Pickett out. He's out. Sprained ankle. He had surgery. I think I've seen. He's gonna be out for a couple weeks. Steelers are what 7-5, I think. So 7-5 versus the 2-10 Patriots. So yeah, he's out. Um, I think even if they did have Kenny Pickett, that still was a they still probably win the game, or it still would be a low scoring game because Pickett hasn't been lighting the world on fire since he's been playing with them. So I don't think it would have been too much more different. I really don't. I That would have been too much different. I truly doubt that. I think from a defense standpoint, you keep Trubisky in the pocket. He's gonna turn the ball. He's gonna give you one. You just gotta catch it. Keep Trubisky in the pocket. Don't overly rush because he can scramble. Mitchell Trubisky can scramble. Man, he did that since Carolina, and he did it with the Bears. I mean, we played Mitchell Trubisky a couple years ago in Chicago. He was with the Bears. He ran out. I think he had over 100 something yards on it. He can run the ball, but just keep him in the pocket. He don't have the biggest arm and whatnot. He do have some receivers though. Like this right here is a tale of two different sides because the Patriots don't have no playmakers and they got a bad quarterback. At least the Steelers do have playmakers. They don't. I mean, they got playmakers around Mitchell Trubisky. So if he looks bad, it's gonna be like, dang man, you got playmakers. If Bailey Zappi looks good, they're gonna be like, okay, we don't have no playmakers, and he's bad. But with the Steelers, Trubisky look bad tomorrow. He'll be like, yeah, you probably you suck because he actually has playmakers. That's one thing I like. I love to take. I would take Pittsburgh's problems in a heartbeat because they actually do have some playmakers. They don't use them correct. They don't know how to use them, but they have playmakers. They got a start. They got something there. They just don't have. I don't know. I don't know if Pickett's going to be the guy for them long term. And I think this will be the final national TV game for the Patriots. No, the Broncos game I think is on national TV. But other than that, they won't have another national TV game. Remember, they took the Chiefs and Patriots off Monday Night Football. They flexed that game. So maybe after this one, you probably got one more national TV game for New England. I'm tired of them putting us on TV, man. I really am. I don't know how you feel, but I'm just tired about it. Tired, man. It's an embarrassment. Like it's bad, man. The Patriots are a bad football team. At 2-10, you are what your record is. And then just looking ahead to the draft position, um, Drake, you got Drake May, Caleb Williams. If Carolina wins on Sunday against the Saints, the Patriots will have number one overall pick. They can have the number one overall pick by the weekend's end. I think Carolina can beat the Saints. I know the Saints lost last week to Detroit. They tried to come back late, but I think Carolina can beat them. If Carolina win one of their next 5 games, Patriots get number one overall pick. Well, they'll move up to one. It won't be official till week 18 or whatnot. But Patriots will get number one overall pick. Carolina has the Saints this week. Then they got Tampa again, Atlanta again, Green Bay, and Jacksonville. Jacksonville probably when they had Trevor Lawrence. So all we need is Carolina to win one game, and the Patriots move up to number one. Of course, New England has to continue to lose games, which they should. They're not a good team, but after that, the Patriots will have the number one overall pick if the Panthers win one game. So we should be Panthers fans for the rest of the season if we want to get the number one overall pick. And no, yeah, tomorrow, if we do, yeah, James Winston's gonna be playing for the Saints. Yeah, James Winston gonna be playing for the Saints. Yeah, James gonna give you a pick. He's gonna give you a couple of them. I think he's more of a he's gonna push the ball down the field more than Derek Carr, but he's going James Winston he's turnover prone. Played decent last week when he got in, but that was in like mop up duty. Really, because well, not even say mop up because Derek Carr got hurt. But now when a team has all week to prepare for you, let's see how Jameis Winston does now. Because we all know from him in the pay, he's going to throw you a couple of interceptions. He's going to turn the ball over. He's going to make some nice plays, but he's going to turn the ball over too. And they don't have Michael Thomas either. So the Saints, I think that moment is week. The Panthers can go in there and win. They could have beat Tampa this past week. Defense couldn't make a play late. Also with the Steelers, we cannot just go all in on stopping T.J. Watt, putting 2 or 3 guys in. Because guess what? They got Alex Highsmith on the other side. He got He got just as many pressures and sacks as T.J. Watt. He can get after the quarterback. He's a pretty good player. Like he's gonna get a contract here soon. That's when they didn't beat Tampa. Their defense couldn't get a stop at the end. Then I think on 4th and 1 or something, they went for it. I think they rolled Bryce Young out, but it was just a bad. Carolina's offense is horrible, man. I'm telling you. If they build around that guy, they're gonna be all right. They got to build around Bryce, man. I like Bryce Young. I think he'd be all right. You got to get these rookies, these young guys. You got to give them a couple years. But Carolina set him up to fail this year. I don't know what the hell they building down there. They got to get right. I think they're gonna beat the Saints Sunday though. I'm picking this upset of the week. I think they beat them. It's not even really upset because they're in the same division. But I do think like if we cannot go all in to stop T.J. Watt, because if you do, Alex Highsmith will be 1-on-1. I do not trust Trent Brown with nobody. Trent Brown sometimes he plays good some weeks, and then other weeks he's not. He's either sick. He's always on the injury report. I'm done with Trent Brown. I want us to get rid of Trent, man, and draft. You can't depend. You can't depend on. He's not reliable. Trent Brown is not reliable, man. You can't depend on him. I mean, one week he plays good. I think his first stint with the Patriots, he's pretty good. But I think you cannot rely on Trent Brown. He's always dealing with something. Often, there's always something going on. I think you got to get rid of Trent Brown, and you got to draft a left. You got to draft your left tackle for the future. Or if you bring back Trent Brown, you can't be all in on him. You have to have a backup option of a viable back, not just somebody like Connor McDermott. You need somebody that you can rely on. I'm done with the Trent Brown experiment, man. Michael Winu, he struggled last week against I'm watching the basketball game. He struggled last week against Khalil Mack, but Khalil Mack's a pretty good player. So you might be, if you don't re-sign Michael Williams, obviously you're probably gonna be looking at 2 tackles. Now add that to the laundry list of things you're gonna need on offense. So I think you need to bring back Michael Williams. You play him at right tackle, and probably draft a left tackle to replace. I'm replacing Trent Brown this offseason, man. I can't take no more Trent Brown. I'm tired of dealing with him. Like he don't have his innings together. You got to get Trent Brown out of there. I don't think you bring back Trent Brown. I'm not paying Trent Brown a lot of money to come back. And if I do bring him back, I got to draft a tackle in the first round. Well, not first round, probably second round. Tackle is one of your top priorities. You have to get a tackle. I don't think you can go back and deal with Trent Brown like that. Like I said, man, if we double T.J. Watt, he's probably got a good chance to win Defensive Player of the Year. We're gonna have to what you gonna do about Alex Highsmith? Pretty good player opposite him, man. I don't know. I don't got the numbers, but I'm sure he close to double-digit sacks. I think that secondary can be had if Zappy has time. They can make some plays down there. Because they play a pretty simple defense. They don't blitz like that because they got 2 good pass rushers. Play a lot of man coverage, Tampa too. But I think we can have success if they can get it. But that's a big if. Because you ain't just blocking T.J. Watt one-on-one. You're going to have to run some type of games. Some type of blocking scheme. You got to chip him or something because you're not going to be able to block T.J. Watt one-on-one. And like I said, Alex Highsmith, they still got Cam Hayward, real good player, defensive tackle. He can get some pressures. I know Atlanta Roberts got hurt. I don't know who the other linebacker is. Joey Porter at corner, pretty good player. And if they probably put him on the outside because they're not going to be scared of nobody, none of our wide receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster returns to Pittsburgh for his first game. So maybe you get something out of Juju Smith-Schuster no more. We ain't really seen much. Maybe he's amped up to return to Pittsburgh. Maybe he have a big game. Who knows? But I don't expect much from the offense. I expect them to be better than last week, but I mean, how low is your bar? Because they didn't do much last week. So I expect them to do a whole lot more this week. It can't be no worse than last week. You went full court, you scored 0 touchdowns, 0 points. It can't be no worse. So I do expect the offense to be a lot better tomorrow, man. A little better. Even if they're a little better, that's progress, I guess. Because last week was bad. I wish Kayshawn Booty was playing and Pop Douglas, but they're not playing. So you can look at some of the young guys, they're not playing. They won't be there. Kayshawn Booty's dealing with an injury, and Pop Douglas with a concussion. So I expect them back. I expect them to be back against Kansas City, probably both of them. But I think the best case scenario for this game is for them to lose the game, but you got yards. You look like a viable freaking offense, but you still lost the game. Nobody wants them to really win this game. They lose this game. What you're at 2-11, and you're in a good spot to get the number one RP pick. Because like I said, I believe Carolina wins on Sunday. If they don't win Sunday, they're gonna have a few more opportunities to win because Carolina do have a few winnable games coming up. But yeah, the final score for this game, I'm going to go 16-10 with the Steelers, man. I think TJ Watt, this is my stat line for the game. I think TJ Watt has about 2 sacks, maybe get a strip fumble or something like that. Um, we do a good job on Alex Highsmith, but TJ Watt finds a way to get a couple sacks. Will never be a strip sack. I don't think Najee Harris is going to play. I think our defense will contain the run game. Mitch Trubisky making a couple plays late to George Pickens, and they win the game. I think their defense going to seal it out for him. I think if Bailey Zappi plays, he probably has a little more yards than what he had last week, but in the end, he turns the ball over. Um, Probably maybe has 1 touchdown, and I think that's going to be it. So that, yep. So 16 to 10, Pittsburgh. That's my final. That's my score for this game on Sunday, man. It's gonna be a slow, tough game to watch. Slow, tough game to watch, but I think Pittsburgh will get it done like that. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the draft before I get off. Right now, the Patriots are scheduled to have. They got the second pick if the season ended today. They can move up to as high as one, and it's a good chance that they do. But I've seen a lot of different scenarios. Should they go Marvin Harrison with that first pick and then get a quarterback in a second, or should they go and get their quarterback with the top 2 picks and then get your wide receiver late? Me personally, I think if you have number one overall pick, you got number one overall pick for a reason. So you go ahead and get your quarterback, whether it's Caleb Williams or Drake May. Jamar, who you like? Drake May, Caleb Williams. But I think if you're number one, you go ahead and get your quarterback because that's how you start your team off. And then the second round, you get a wide receiver. Or if there's some way that you can get back into the first and grab one of these top wide receivers. Because I think it's a good wide receiver class. You got Marvin Harrison. Obviously, he's the best one, transcending talent. You got Marvin Harrison. You got Roma Dunze, Keon Colby, Malik Neighbors out of LSU. They got another guy, Michael Thomas, Troy Franklin out of Oregon. Like it's some goodness. You got Worthy and Malachi, I think, out of Texas. There's some good wide receivers, man, in this class. So if you don't get, let's just say you pass on Marvin Harris, but you go quarterback, you can come back and get one in the second round or trade back in the late round. I like both. Not gonna lie, we have the first round pick. I say draft Caleb, but if we have the second, I'll say go with Drake. Yeah, I just hope we don't trade back, try to gain more pick. I don't think we need to do this. Just go ahead and get the best guy that's on the board. Only reason I trade back is if we get like the third round pick and one of the top 2 quarterbacks are gone, then I'll trade back, gain more capital. I like number one on what? Oh yeah, Roma Dunze. He's a baller. He's a stud. Man. He good. Yes sir. Yes sir. He nice. I like Roma Dunze. Um, Keep an eye on this. You got the college football playoff. You got in a few weeks it's gonna be Washington versus Alabama. No, Washington versus Texas and Michigan versus Alabama. So in that game, if Washington balls out against Texas, because Texas has a top defense, real good defense. If Michael Penix and Washington balls out against Texas, then I'm saying Michael Penix draft stock can be rising. He might find his way in the like the mid first round. If he balls out against a top defense, and let's just say he gets his team to a national championship, I think Michael Penix goes from like probably the fourth or fifth prospect to like the third prospect. Because right now the Heisman is this weekend, so Jaden McDaniels, I think he should get it at an LSU. I like him, but if Michael Penix balls out against Texas, and then he balls out against Alabama, Michigan, and he wins a national championship, Michael Penix is probably your third quarterback coming off the board. Because it doesn't get no better than that. Now he does have some all stars at wide receivers, and Roma Dunze, Jalen Million, I think Jalen Pope, McMillian and Pope, they got some guys. But if he balls out, I mean, I'm telling you, keep an eye on Michael Penix out of Washington. I think his stock is going to really soar. Yeah, I think his stock will soar for certain. Yeah, Penix going to be a first rounder when that combine come around. Everyone will like him. Yeah, he has an injury history. He's been hurt. I think shoulder or was it? I think shoulder and knee problems or something like that he had, or neck and knee something like that. That's the only reason why he's not really getting a lot of talk. And then his age, so he's old for a rookie. He's 20. He'll be 24, I think. So he's 20. I think he's 23 right now. He's about to be 24. So most time rookies come out, they're 20, 21, they're like 21 years old. So he's like 2 or 3 years old for a rookie. Him and Bo Nix too. Bo Nix is 23, I think. So both of them are old for rookies. The older most of your rookies are normally 21, 22, or probably about to be 21 and not already 23, 24. So he got a couple years on the guys, but if the guy can play, I look at it like he's 24, not 34. That's how I look at it. Penix used to be my favorite quarterback out of this draft at one point. Yeah. I like all the quarterbacks. Yeah, I like all the quarterbacks in this draft. It's a really good quarterbacks in this draft. We got Penix, he's surrounded by talent. Marvin Harrison, I'm not betting Marvin Harrison, he's a wide receiver. Penix, JJ McCarthy out of Michigan. A lot of people not real high on him. You got Bo Nix, you got Troy Franklin. Drake May doesn't have a lot of talent around him in the offensive line. They're good, but he finds ways to make things happen. That's what I like about Drake May. Caleb Wills, he got some talent with him. But the only quarterback that really don't have talent around him is probably Drake May. He got Tez Walker. Other than that, that's it. He just got one wide receiver. I think Bo Nix he got Troy Franklin. He got some freaking got a couple good running backs, decent offensive line. So if you want a guy that really's been through some adversity and doesn't really have a lot around him, then Drake May is the guy. Drake May be the guy. I think Drake May screams Patriot. He looks like a Patriot. I don't really think Caleb Williams looks like it. But if Bill Belichick isn't there and we do have a new head coach, they want to go in a whole different way than this whole Patriot model, and they want to get their own guys. So maybe we can make Caleb Williams be a Patriot or whatnot. But right now he doesn't. The off the field stuff and the thing I've been hearing about him and stuff like that, that he doesn't fit with the Patriots right now. He just doesn't. I can see Drake May. I can't see Caleb Williams, but I'm all in for adding a talent because we need it. We need those playmakers. We need somebody that's gonna make people better. So that's what they do, man. That would be great. I would definitely be down for it. But yeah, man, game tomorrow night. Steelers Patriots, Amazon Prime, Thursday night football, about 8:15 Eastern. It's gonna be like pulling teeth tomorrow. It's gonna be tough to watch. But I think Pittsburgh will pull it out. And I think most Patriots fans and people hope they do, because it just increases the draft position for the Patriots. But I think the Patriots will be 2-11 after tomorrow. I do think we'll see some strides for a few players. We'll see if Taquan Thornton can have a bounce back game from that embarrassing drop he had. Maybe Parker can put up some more yards he did last week. Juju Smith-Schuster, maybe a Juju Smith-Schuster coming out part tomorrow in his old town. So with his old team, we'll see. But I think Pittsburgh do just enough to win the game, and Pittsburgh get it done 16-10. But that's gonna be it for me tonight. Get ready for tomorrow, man. Finish watching some NBA basketball tonight, man. Y'all make sure you have a good one. If you're gonna check me out later on, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, Cans Pats Talk. Follow me on IG, Cans_Pats Talk, and also follow me on the Twitter, Kendall Willie right there. That's my name right there, Cans Pats Talk. You can find me the same way. Also, Cash App is on the screen if you like to support the channel, man. I appreciate everybody that joined me tonight, and y'all enjoy the game. Make sure y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate it.